Don't go out tonight and let's share red and white. It's gonna be a night all over.
Blades fans, subscribe to Blades Ramble. Up the Blades.
What's happening, Blades? And welcome back to the Blades Ramble. You won't have heard me singing that Sheffield United song because my mate were like, but that is the story of the night if you've been joining us for the watch along. This is what we're doing it. So, wow. Welcome back to the Blades Ramble. I'm, of course, Jimmy, and we're proudly sponsored by Action Coach Sheffield and VMB Auto Centres. This is not 90 after 90. This is the debrief, and this is a shorter version because you've seen enough of me tonight, particularly if you join me on the watch along. I know some of you will just have heard Nick on his match reaction as well. I haven't caught that yet, but I'm hoping to. Just been saying to Andy the Blade, making sure my girls are asleep before Mrs. Ramble gets home. But talk to me about that Sheffield United performance. I've just heard Chris Wilder, and before I forget what he said, he's come out. I love it because we all know how he's feeling. We all know he's feeling just as buzzing as us, but he has got to set the standard. So the commentator or the interviewer is trying to get him to say how well you've done and how we look really bright, we look good. Some of the play, Callum O'Hare looks like he's been here forever. He basically said, "Yeah, that's the standard. That's what I want. I want him to work hard. I want that to be the level." He also sort of, when he was talking about Gus's goal, what a goal, by the way. But for me, I didn't think Gus played very well tonight, other than that great goal. And then he sort of loosened up a bit after he'd scored. Well, I think a lot of people were in agreement, to be honest, in terms of what was said in our chat, but also Wilder. You know, when he scored the goal, they talked about his goal and he was like, well, yeah, he redeemed himself a little bit there. I'm going to demand high standards from my players. So even Gus Hamer, we all know, and he showed with their goal, how good he is. There's going to be no hiding place in this Sheffield United team. I thought to a man, the team played really well, and I include everybody in that. Adam Davis, people that we had question marks over, Adam Davis. I still think we will upgrade at right wing, but I thought Andre Brooks did himself no harm at all in his performance today. I thought everybody, I expected us to look a little bit disjointed. I didn't really see it. We saw little pockets here and there, but on the whole, what a performance. That we could not have wanted any better than that, and it could have easily been 3-4. I know in terms of the stats, we didn't create super clear-cut chances, but we dominated in terms of the game. I just think it's a real shot in the arm to us fans, to the club, to what, and we didn't want to build it up beforehand. And I said this to my dad during stream. We didn't want to build it up too much in terms of, you know, I think we even said, can't get too high if we win and we can't get too low if we lose, because there's such a long way to go, especially in the Championship. But when we're starting on -2, that's one thing already that puts us behind. We're also rebuilding an entire squad. And yes, there's some players that were here last season, but they, firstly, have got all the knockbacks that came with last season's woeful performances. But also, there's several new core players that have come into the side. Callum O'Hare, Kiefer Moore. I thought Alfie Gilchrist looked really solid at right back. Harrison Burrows looked like he's played at this level all his life. There were some really, really strong performances in there. I thought Vinny Souza even looked okay. And I know that I sort of said that tongue-in-cheek because some people have already said he's had a good pre-season. And he has. Really, really pleased with that start. Not getting carried away. I'm not saying we're definitely winning league or anything like that at the moment, but it's a marker of a performance to put down. We mentioned during watch along, thank you to those that joined us for that, but we mentioned during the watch along that it reminded me of the Burnley performance. I don't mean the Sheffield United Burnley performance. I mean the Burnley performance when they were the first game in the EFL under Company. And it was, I think they played Huddersfield. I can't remember whether they were away at Huddersfield or not, but they dominated. I think they won 3-0. that night. I might be wrong with that. I might be way off. My memory with stuff like that is shocking. I just remember being so impressed by how they played and thinking this team are going to be trouble. And there'll be lots of teams out there, up and down, lots of fans of different clubs in the Championship thinking, I do not want to play Sheffield United. We would have taken, at the beginning of the season, when you look at the fixture list and you think Deepdale, we traditionally, do you remember the 2-2 that we had where Egan got sent off? We don't traditionally do brilliantly at Deepdale. And we'd have taken a point in the grand scheme of things. Maybe we obviously wanted a win to get us started. But if throughout the season, if we'd have played them middle of the year, we'd have been thinking a point at Deepdale is not bad. We've not only got 3 points, which ironically puts us on 1. We've not only got 3 points, but we have dominated them. It's not just been a victory. We've gone to somebody's home turf and played them off the park. They had a couple of half chances, which I thought we dealt with very well. Adam Davis were there when we needed him to be. I don't think he was truly tested, but I think he did himself no harm at all. Really, really impressed. And as I say, we're not going to keep you long tonight because it's a late one, but we're all buzzing, aren't we? Who's going to sleep tonight? Because I don't know if I will. It's nice to have a weekend where United have bagged their result. You can just watch everybody else. Come on Plymouth, come on Portsmouth. That's what I'll be saying. So, yeah, let's get into some of your comments then. So, great start, says Justin. All the new lads look quality, as well as Davis and El Souza. Brooks were all very good. Imagine what we'll look like with a few more additions once we gel. Yeah, we can't get carried away because Davis, for example, played very well. You wouldn't want Davis in net all season. One swallow don't make a summer, is that the saying? One performance don't mean that he's going to be the main man going forward. It does give you a little bit more confidence that he's a competent number 2. But at the moment, the depth is still the issue. So we're not blinded by that fact. We still need additions to this squad, but it shows you what the quality at this level can do. What a start. Where have all the doubters gone, says David. Great game. Absolutely right. Can only get better. And I expect there may be a little downs, but it's great to see a strong midfield and up top a player who runs his socks off, not plods along. Up the ramble, up the blades. Like and subscribe. Thank you, David. Yeah, I thought Kiefer Moore looked great, looked willing, looked strong, looked a handful. It's not easy up there on your own. And what a great point in terms of the midfield. You would not swap. I keep saying the 3 in midfield. Obviously, Vinny Souza's there. Andre Brooks is there as well. But the 3 that I'm talking about is Arblaster, Hamer, and O'Hare. Those 3 get in every single side in this league as a 3, I think. You would swap those 3 for any other 3. If you're not Sheffield United, you'd bring those 3 in for your midfield 3. Hands down, no doubt about it. That's not a flex. That's not being cocky. That's just how good they are. And they're ours. They're all under permanent contracts. Somebody said that in our chat. They're permanents. My dad said it as well. Unbelievable. Gustavo Hamer, says Joe. Great performance. That has to give everyone a boost. On to the next with a couple more signings. Up the blades, up the ramble. The one thing I'll say on Hamer is brilliant goal, which showed his class. And class is permanent, form is temporary. But he did look a little bit of a slow starter tonight. Couple of dodgy touches. He will get into his rhythm and he'll be great. And hopefully that goal is just what he needs. What a game, says Jim Bob, and a win. Wilder at the end with the fans when we want him going mental. He just goes, nah. Yeah, that's what we were doing. He went, nah, I'm not jumping in yet. It's one win. But FX says, I have to say, Vinny was superb tonight. Sorry. Don't be sorry, mate. Don't be sorry. It's great when players play well. I'll gladly hold my hands up and say, if I've slit, like I've been cooling off on Jack Robinson a little bit. I thought he played great in a 4 tonight. I had my doubts about how he'd do in a 4. Thought he played really well. Captain's performance, dived in and saved a shot when we needed him to. No issues with any of the players tonight. Gave everything for shirt, and that's all we ask. Well done, Blades. Can't ask for more than that. Clean sheet too, says Wayne. What were we panicking about? What were I panicking about? Up the blades, up the ramble, like and subscribe. Thank you, pal. Great performance, says Jack. You can see everyone has worked hard, even with a slow transfer window, and it's not finished. 2 concerns I have: our depth, yes, and we struggled to shoot against a very poor side. We'll create loads of chances with this midfield, Jack. I don't worry about it, to be honest. I don't. Great start. Nervous about holding on to the likes of Hamer. Don't be. Vinny, don't be. What's the latest on Cooper, Jimmy? Up the blades, up the ramble, like and subscribe. We're still in talks about Cooper. Yeah, no change really. We want Michael Cooper. He is a goalkeeper we want to bring in. I don't think that's any secret to anybody. And we're getting closer with Plymouth. But it's a waiting game. The way I think it's been described is the quicker we go, the more we'll pay. And as we've seen tonight, you don't necessarily need a brilliant keeper. I think, obviously, in the Cup, Davis is going to be absolutely fine. If it's Davis, it might be Gerbic on Tuesday. I'd like to have a new goalkeeper in for QPR, but I won't be as nervous as I was going into this game about Davis because I thought he did okay. Didn't do anything wrong for me. But with Wilder at the front of us, I'm sure this will be hounded on. What's that, Jack? Sorry. Oh, about the struggling to shoot and score against a poor side. I don't necessarily think Preston are a poor side either. I think Preston are a decent championship outfit, and I think it's levels that we're seeing. So we were atrocious in the Premier League. And there's a strong argument and an argument that's true that says we're a different squad now. And largely we are. But we're also better than the majority of the championship in terms of the quality that we've got. Not the depth, but the quality. Hiya, Jimmy. We'll have Steffa Test and Preston, but I couldn't have wished for a better start. A few more signings, up the blades, up the ramble. I can't remember what that is. Can't remember what that is. It's too late for me now. Well said, though, guys. Bryce says, big statement performance. That exactly right, Bryce. It was a statement performance. Nobody can complain about it. Not a Sousa fan, as you know, but he's found his level. Top performance. It gives all the fans a big boost. 3 or 4 more additions, up the blades. Another thing I noticed, the missing golden chances to score, and for some reason, passing instead of shooting. Just to play devil's advocate here, our back line looks solid, though. Yeah, I think Brooks was a little bit hesitant to pull the trigger, but I think that comes in his age, with his age, personally. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. He'll probably come on a little bit, but I'm thinking we strengthen that position anyway. And Kiefer Moore, in terms of missing a chance, it were the one chance that I think where Brooks pulled it to him in 6-yard box and he just snatched it a little bit and he scooped it. So, yeah, the goals will come for Kiefer Moore, I'm sure of it. Can someone please check on Chirac and David Webster? Nice. If that's a work in progress, I'm looking forward to the finished articles, says Andy. Absolutely, pal. Absolutely right. Happy Jimmy Davis did nothing wrong, but another keeper and striker. Cooper looks a no-no. Happy Blades Friday. Up the ramble, up the blades. Thank you, pal. We're not quite the finished article, but we certainly have the Meckins to right in. Hiya, pal. That was amazing. Got a smile back on my face. I kept the faith and actually got a few of my targets. O'Hare, Suter, Burrows, up the blades, up the ramble. Some great signings. Some great signs we've made. We didn't even see Big Harry Suter, did we, tonight? I think we'll see him on Tuesday, to be honest. Then on the opposite side of that, only the 2 issues I can see is squad depth and struggling to score. It should be easy to sort out. I mean, struggling to score is difficult to sort out, but I don't think we will with the creative midfield that we've got. Vinny's a changed man tonight, says Andy. Thank you very much, Blades, for winning me $100 today and my 3-leg parlay. Nice. Brilliant. Well done, Gabe. Second ever Rambler, Gabe. Thank you for your support, pal. Hi, Jimmy. What you heard on Raksaki and Tyrese Campbell? Keep up the momentum going now. Up the blades. SUFC. Up the Ramble. Up the blades. TTO. Raksaki, I haven't heard any change in terms of it looks like he has chosen us. He's verbally agreed to come to us from what I understand. And it's just a case of sorting out the finer details. Things can always change in football, so it's never a done deal till it's done. Tyrese Campbell, I believe we've come to an agreement with, but obviously not yet announced. Can we have the news about Hamer, please? Is it good or bad? No, you can't, mate. Just be patient. Just be patient. Vinny looks a new player, far better in the press, and played some really nice balls through to Brooks. Yeah, I thought he did okay tonight, Sam. You're right. Brilliant tonight, Blades, but more depth in the squad, and this will be a very exciting season. Hats off to Davis today. Also think he deserves more credit. Not on the bad egg. Not one bad egg, I think that's supposed to be in the team today. Solid. Yeah, I agree, Nige. We're back, baby, says Aid. We are back. Evening, Jimmy. Well done with the growth of the Ramble. It's a great watch. Thank you, pal. That's lovely to say. Great start to the season. Just hope we get 3 or 4 more faces with no outgoings, and it should be a good run towards the January transfer window. I'm not bothered about January transfer window at the minute, to be honest, pal. I think, and I know you're not saying that per se. Yeah, I think we will get at least 3. We might have 1 outgoing in Gerbich, but I don't think many of us will be too upset about that. Exciting times, though, innit? Some of the fan base were too dismissive of Brooks in pre-season. I think he showed tonight what he's all about. I think he deserves a run in the team. I think with Brooks, I think he looked very bright. I liked the fact that he was willing to take on his man. He looked comfortable in possession and carrying the ball, but I think he held on to it a little bit too long. I think he was a little bit shot shy when he could have had a couple of shots on goal. And I think that decision-making will come in time when he's a little bit more comfortable. He's getting more comfortable all the time. It's also a new position for him, isn't it? He's only played it this pre-season. So I think he's doing a very good job as well, Ed. Brilliant win tonight, says Thomas Fox. Vinny was outstanding and voted as man of the match. Was he voted man of the match? Fair enough. Fair enough. Who was my player of the match? I said Ollie Arblaster. I think he did a lot of really good things, sort of under the radar. And obviously he got a goal, which was very fortunate. But I just think he's going to be a key cog to everything that we do this season. Ref could have protected Kiefer Moore earlier in the game. Many fouls and let him slide. Yeah, I think Bobby won't be too happy with his performance, will he, tonight? Bobby Madlett, referee. Great start to the season, says Andrew Booth. Thought O'Hare was good, but needs to settle a bit, which he will. Sousa looks like a different player to the Dross we had in the Premier League. It's great to see, innit, Andrew? I think that's a touch harsh on O'Hare. I thought it was very good tonight, and he'll be better than that as well. I thought first half particularly were very strong. What a commanding performance, says Wayne. Great win, Jimmy, up the blades. Absolutely, pal. Keep what we got and add a few additions. We'll be on the right side of a few hammerings this season, says Rob. I don't think you're wrong, pal. I don't think you're wrong. Teams will struggle if we play at that level. Come on, you red and white wizards, says Nay. Absolutely buzzing. Vinny, man of the match for me. Up the blades, up the Ramble. Thank you, pal. Yeah, I agree. A lot of people are agreeing on Vinny, man of the match. I can live with that. That's fine. Absolutely. Away win, comfortable, clean sheet. It was a comfortable clean sheet, wasn't it? Come on, you red and white wizards. Up the blades, up there. Like and subscribe. Vinny will shine in this division, says Jimmy. Make no mistake. Good performance by the Blades. Vinny, excellent. Would like to see 2 strikers up front. I don't think we did too bad there, Bri, without 2. I think the new style complements. Because if you put 2 strikers up top, then you don't have anybody in the 10, really. That's the only way it's going to go. And I like the new system, I have to say. And it's worked well tonight. I know what you're saying. It's nice to have more firepower. But I think it's working all right. Well proud tonight, says Danny. We needed this performance tonight for confidence. We did. So much creativity, pace, power, quality. Not seen so much attacking threat for years. We can do it, Jimmy. We can finish first, not second. Wow. Wow. Gone very early there, Danny. Very early. But look, some of the speed in the breaks and the transitions. Unreal. Unreal. Agree about Gus. Looked like him and O'Hare were trying to replicate the Coventry partnership, but need to get back into the swing of it. Couple more games. They'll be running rings around teams. Brooks looks like a problem on that wing. Absolute baller, says Beast Boy. Was hoping we started Gerbich, but it is what it is. Up the blades, up the Ramble, like and subscribe. I don't think Davis loses his shirt in the league now, personally. Getting them blades. How good was that, says Pixie? Not even gelled yet. I thought he wasn't coming on tonight, lol. Up the blades, up the Ramble, like and subscribe. No, we're always going to come on, pal. We didn't want to clash with Sheffield United way, to be fair. Big Vinny looks like he could play for Brazil on this form. Blaster's second wave press was good. Yeah, it was. It was. And it's stuff like that that goes unnoticed a lot. I'm not saying people don't notice it, people that are looking for it, but I agree. I think some of the unsung, unpopular, the Nick Montgomery stuff that he used to do that, you know, gets appreciated if you go looking for it. Already equaled last season's clean sheet record, says Matt. Up the blades, up the road. I know somebody said that in chat. We're very good. Very good. It's all about the Sega Blaster system. Altered Beast. Nice. Nice. Yes, blades. Smashed. Kiefer Moore looked fab. Quality cross across the park. Nice one, Blades, says Andrew. Up the blades, up the Ramble. Is it too early to call us the Invincibles yet? Yes, it is. Way too early. Hang on, I'm just going to read a stat from Blazeman here because it's popped up. Sheffield United have kept a clean sheet in the league, a league game away from home for the first time since the 1st of April 2023. How embarrassing is that? But there you go. Hope we can keep Hamer and Sousa at least till January, even though Hamer didn't have an amazing game today. He's got the class we need to win games. Absolutely right, Lax Luther. Love the reaction at the end with the fans. They look like they got good team morale and togetherness. Finally playing for the badge and understanding what it means to be a Blade. Never give up the Blades, up the ramp. That's all we've been asking for, isn't it? Just play for the badge, play for the club, give effort for what we love. And they did that tonight. Brooks will be great when we need to have an outlet down the right, but also can have someone who can work back and be an extra body in midfield. He was so intelligent in the way he filled in defensively. Great point, Robbie. That's fair. That's fair. Add a little bit more squad depth, says Andrew, and we'll be up there. Raksaki, Cooper, and a striker or two would be good. I think Aaron Connolly on a free would be a shout. I'm not a massive Aaron Connolly fan, but there's not much out there on frees, so he's an okay squad shout. Good start for the Blades. Blackburn looked a unit and looks a unit. It's going to be a top season. I've seen that they've won 4-2, pal, against Derby, but I thought Derby would struggle. I thought Blackburn would struggle this year, and they still might, because I don't know how good Derby are going to be either, because a lot tipping them to drop off a little bit. Great result, says Paul. Loved hearing Bash doing the commentary on Radio Sheffield. Yeah, I've heard he were on as well. Brilliant to hear that he's back way in and around it. He revealed that during the game, his water bottle was full of pickle juice. What a legend. Ugh. Vinio, says David. Gus had a poor game to avoid anyone activating his release clause, says Joe. Yeah, that might have been the thought process. But then why score a worldie? A brilliant lob like that. What a fantastic rebuild. I was nervous a few weeks ago. Everyone connected with the recruitment. Well done. They always say there's no easy games in the Championship. Well, that's a lie. Preston were so poor. A very easy win. I think we made them look poor, though. I'm not saying they were good. And I don't mean to sort of completely make them out to be some formidable force that they weren't. But we didn't let them play. We didn't let them out. We controlled the game tonight. And I think that's credit to us as well. More options to come through the door, says the Man Mountain. United on the rise. Keep your meltdowns. Not interested. We are the Blades and we're going up. First great performance. Preston will struggle on that evidence. So laying it down early, just for people that haven't been involved in like any of our sort of pre-season, early season stuff. Man Mountain and Dave the Nose Leary, who are together we are the three Mardy Blades on the Patreon, but they have both tipped United to get promoted this season. And look, on that performance, it's easy to say, but when there was doubt before the game and even leading up to some of the latest transfers, I have to give them their flowers. Both of them have said, and others have in the chat as well, but notably said, we're going to go really well this season and they're really excited for it. So I'm putting that on record early doors that they've called it. Is Campbell over the line yet? Very close from what I understand, Andrew, but never done till it's done. We've seen it before. McBurney had agreed. He were going to sleep on it. He were all set to sign for us. And then he got an offer he couldn't refuse. He likes that film anyway. HMS, we the league has left the harbour, says Michael. Make sure you wear a good luck bracelet every match. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. I've just been upstairs to say good night to my girls. And Emily said, did your good luck bracelet work, Daddy? It certainly did, my dear. It certainly did. United will get better and better. And when the pigs shuffle into the city, it'll be a massacre. Can you imagine? From Sheffield United way to Blades, Ramble to Shore and View. My phone's busy tonight. All good shows. Thank you, pal. Thank you. Up the takeover, says Gary. We saw Sheffield United with defending and attacking more like we used to. You can tell Wilder and Nil are back in their happy place. Can't wait to get back to the lane, mate. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Like and subscribe. I will be at the Wrexham game. I will be at, obviously, we're all back. Those that have got season tickets on Saturday, but my dad's got his tickets for Wrexham game, so I'm buzzing about that. I'll be there on Tuesday night. Thank you, Gabe. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate that super chat. Thank you for the fantastic content. Well, thank you for your support. Thank you to everybody that watches and subscribes. We love it, don't we? And particularly at times like this when we've been so low following our club that we all love. It's great to finally be enjoying them again. And even if it's just for a little while, because we might get turned over by Wrexham, or we might beat Wrexham and then get turned over by QPR at home. But for now, this isn't me finishing the show, but at this moment in time, we can enjoy it, can't we? We can enjoy that brilliant performance by our club. You know, come the end of the weekend, we'll be mid-table or might even be bottom half or whatever it is because of the point deduction. But we're off and running. We know how good we were tonight. The players will know. It's a huge confidence boost. I love it. I love everything about it. Be interested to see who plays on Tuesday against Wrexham. Will you be doing any sort of watch-along or warm-up for that game? I'm not doing a watch-along, Jim Bob, because I'll be there. I may well be doing a dual stream, like match reaction, that I might be trialing, but stay tuned for more on that. Vinny Masterclass. I hope we get at least playoffs this season. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. I think Josh on that performance will be aiming higher. I'd like to think so. Up them away day, Blades. Brilliant again. Brilliant again. You came through on TV for everybody that were there. Loved it. We're up there with best away fans in country. I'll put us up against anybody. Really enjoyed the game, says Chris, although it took me a while to believe it wasn't going to concede 5 second half. I know, that's just how we're wired in it, Chris, but we'll get there, mate. Yeah, don't worry, Josh. I knew what you meant, pal. I played for 70-odd seasons, seen ups and downs, but this feels like a new beginning, says Phil. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. And I love that. The long-term Blades who have seen us through thick and thin, who get that feeling, who know when the tide is turning. I love it. I love it. Up the Blades, Vinny man of the match. A lot of shouts for Vinny. I'm not sure whether you're all confirming that he was named man of the match, or that he's your man of the match. But anyway, it's by the by. I'm even more excited for the home game, says Jack. Me too. I'm that excited. Jimmy could crush a grape. Go for it, pal. Rumours take over next week. Who knows, mate? Who knows? I believe it's progressing well from what I understand. Only 2 more wins, Jimmy, and we have matched last season's wins. Great performance all over the park. Keep up the great work, pal. Thank you, Talkie Blade. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Stu's at immense, plenty of positives. Yeah, there was plenty of positives. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Thank you, Jep. Champions incoming. Paul, that's a big shout, mate. That's a big shout. Flag about the win, but the ref was shocking. Glad about the win. Should have had 1 or 2 pens with their defenders thinking they're playing rugby with Keith. Look, we take the 3 points and we smiled, don't we, pal? Those things leaving themselves out. I'm a big believer in that. You make your own look. And I'd rather have the win and miss a few of those than have VAR every day a week. What a change for us to turn out, at least, as the least Bob our side. Good win, but work to be done to make us more robust and contenders. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, pal. Thought Gilchrist was solid and he's only just arrived. Can't wait to see how good he gets. He's going to be brilliant for us, I think, Ben. I did a bit of research on him last season because when he was umming and ahhing about signing a contract for Chelsea, there were a big chance we could have got him. He were a target for us. He eventually re-signed with Chelsea and he's done really well. But I think he'll be a big player for us this season. Anyway, from Callum Fowler said Barnsley 100 points and Wilder's a fraud. It's a bit early to be dishing out receipts, I think. I think this will be a hard season, says Jack, so it's good our performance was good. The fans and players deserve this. Love being a Blade in the northeast. Bring on Middlesbrough. Up the Blades, up the Ramble, says James. O'Hare's reaction at the end of the game in front of the Blades fans shows what we're all about. You can see he'll buy into what it means to be a Blade. He's going to be brilliant for us, isn't he? And we've got him in his prime years as well. What is he, 26? So he's going to be 27, 28, 29 with Sheffield United. Unbelievable. And there's loads of moths getting in here now because I've got door wide open and bright lights on. Evening, Jimmy. Great close passing. Got it into some great positions. Love when Sousa punched the air after winning 2 tackles in quick succession. That does him world of good in terms of Korean favour, doesn't it? I do love stuff like that. I'm a bit of a sucker for stuff like that, to be honest. Up the Blades, up the Ramble, like and subscribe. Thank you, pal. Nice to see Flex shirt's gone to a good home. Not seeing that, Danny. Don't know what you're referring to, pal, but are we linked to anyone else, says Jack? I'd just be happy to get the players we're linked to done, and then we can get greedy after that, I would probably say. Can't wait to get to the lane to show my support for these lads. They deserve it. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Well said, Cole. Well said, mate. And the pigs can shuffle back out. Man Mountain, the city is. What's your thoughts for Tuesday against Wrexham, Jimmy? Who would you start and who would you rest? I would love to stick it to them to see their reactions on the documentary. We've got to be sensible. But I'm thinking about this. There's so many players to gel in. I would be happy to go again. Unless we make some signings. Maybe Suter in for an L. But I would like to see us go again just to try and gel the squad together, even if it's just for 60 minutes and then you make 5 substitutions. I think it's smart to not necessarily risk them. You've got to be careful in how you do it, but I would potentially go strong. And I'm not normally like that. I'd normally save my strongest team for the league. But Matt SB, good evening, pal. Great result tonight. Well done, Blades. Thank you, mate. And if you would like to be in touch about some content in the future, let me know. Big Coventry fan, fantastic channel. And I'm a big fan, so thank you for dropping in on our stream. I thought Hamer was poor in the first half, to be fair, but we are back. A few more in now. If we'd have thought we'd been sitting here saying Hamer was one of the poorest on the field for us, we'd be laughing, wouldn't we? Absolutely laughing. He redeemed himself with a brilliant goal, and then I think went on to be better as the game went on, and obviously before he went off. But yeah, and we all know he's going to come good. So great result tonight. Had to work, but up the Blades, up the Ramble. Thank you, pal. Koulibaly is alive. Yes, spotted on the bench, I believe. Needed that win tonight, says Paul. Starting on -2 points, players should be very happy with that performance. I agree, pal. I agree. Did themselves really proud. Got stick from the Pigs fans saying we didn't sell out. Well done, Attendance FC. Who's bothered about what they say? Always bothered. Apparently, we've made an improved offer for Cooper. That's what I've heard as well, pal. Adam Davis, I'll be comfortable with him if no one can come in. Well, I wouldn't, Ollie. We can't lose sight of what it's important to do just on one good performance. We've got to keep trying to improve. Jimmy Boy, first win culture seems back in the squad, and we seem like a team again. I love it, Slits. I love it, Ricky Boy. My boy, really good. Cooper and Raksaki, what a team. We'd have how confident we get in. How confident are we get both in, Jim? Reasons Raksaki's been held up and seen before kickoff, we put an improved offer in for Cooper. I think it's a strong chance we get them both, mate, to be honest. I shall leave it there. Leeds will be bricking it watching that performance tonight, knowing the players we nicked, the players they wanted and we nicked. Players must be wanting to join a proper team, not a Sunday league. Get Farker, a greasy chip butty. Look, I mean, Leeds will love it that you're mentioning them because they're the biggest club in land and blah, blah. Everybody hates Leeds. Everybody wants to beat Leeds. It's not about Leeds. It's Leeds fans and the way they build their team up to be better, so much better than everybody else. I think man for man, we're just as good as Leeds, particularly if we get a goalkeeper and a right winger in. I wouldn't change that midfield for any in the league. I've already said that. They've got Ethan Ampadu as their captain. I think a lot of the Leeds hype is around the Leeds brand, if you like, rather than what they've actually got on the pitch. We know that Jayden Bogle doesn't work great in a back four, so let's hope they play that system. I'm not as worried about Leeds. Certainly not after watching that performance tonight. And yeah, if any Leeds content creators want to come at me, then I'm all for it. Let's get a stream going. Or a Eurostar. Watch us miss out on autos by 2 points. Don't worry about it, Slits. We're good. We're good, mate. Just hope these loans don't have a recall option, especially Gilchrist. I don't know, actually. I'll find out about that. They usually do. They have a break clause in January, but I don't think Gilchrist's going to be on the brink of the Chelsea first team. Just saw the highlights. What an incredible away support. Respect for the Travelling Blades. As always, Paul, they're always great, aren't they? They do us proud every time. Gilchrist and Burrows made a big contribution. I agree, Tim. Thought they were great. 418 people watching and only 58 likes. Come on, people. Thank you, Mr. V, for doing us a solid, mate. Thank you, pal. Number 4 shirt is our Blasters. Our Blasters to stay. Danny's flex number. Oh, apologies. That's what you meant. Of course. Silly me. It's late. I'm going to wind down now. We have to shut the door on any sales from our midfield. More to come on that. And to think we've still got McCallum, Shackleton, Tom Davis, Campbell and Raksaki aren't here yet. Let's not get too carried away. The list goes on. But yeah, Alex, exciting times, pal. Blaster number 4. Yeah, I've got that now. Thank you, lads. Do we have enough options at the top? I still think we're short in a couple of areas, to be honest. I mean, we can go into that another time. I mean, I only want it to be about half an hour tonight, but it's just so good, isn't it? It's just so good. Love you, Sir Jimmy Ramble, says Cameron. Currently sat on a coach back. What a performance. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Well done, Cameron, for playing your part tonight, pal. You were loud and proud. Loved hearing you. Do we have enough strikers? Moore and Brewster is 1.5 strikers. We need at least 2. Yeah, I think we need somebody else up front, but I don't think it's as glaring a priority as goalkeeper And right wing, not so much, but I'd rather have a little bit more underneath or to push Brooks and maybe have Brooks come in. Must have turned a few heads after transfer-wise after that performance. That's what I meant to say, Sharp. Yeah, you're right, pal. Players will see that and think, they're a team. They are some team. I want to be a part of that. If Michael Cooper's not been pushing for a move to Sheffield United and he sees that tonight, he thinks, wow, they have got a chance of going up. I could be a Premier League goalkeeper in 12 months' time. Come on, Wazza, let me go. What's the issue with Tom Davies? How long do we anticipate him out for? How long you got, pal? How long you got? No idea, to be honest. I wish him all the best, but he's so injury prone. He's so injury prone. Still feel we need a left winger unless McCallum could be given a chance there. Yeah, it's not quite. We haven't got an out-and-out left winger, have we? But I don't know if we'll go for one this window. In a hotel in Preston right now, it's such a good feeling to enjoy watching the Blades again, injury-free. But what a side we have right now. Even Brewster looked decent when he came on. Absolutely right, Kents. Absolutely right, pal. Vinny O'Hare and Hamer look like they've good banter. Yeah, Vinny and Hamer are really close. Sometimes that can help on the pitch, not only link up, but with morale in and around the place. They'll scare oppositions. Absolutely, they will. Brooks looked absolutely magical today, says Jamie. Never seen Sousa work so hard either. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. An happy chappy. Are you going to be an happy chappy tonight? We do need at least another striker and a goalkeeper. Yeah, I think that's fair, pal. I think that's more than fair. Right, I'm going to leave it there after a brilliant night. Have a good night, says Jamie. You too, pal. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I cannot believe how good we looked tonight. I am absolutely delighted. It's exciting, isn't it, to know what could be around the corner this season. It puts us back on the right track. It brings us a little bit closer together again as a club and a fan base. And that's Wilder for me. That's Wilder that's bringing everything back together again with the smart, shrewd signings, getting things right on and off the pitch, just pitching it at the right level. It's been supported by the current board as well. We can't forget that. I know everybody knows that or thinks that I lean that way. But I think we've got to be honest about the support that he's had. Yes, everybody wants more, and Wilder will push for more. But I think the evidence is there. The support has been there financially, but Wilder to identify these players with his new recruitment team, brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and make them gel so quick as well. The future is bright. The future is red and white. But for now, come on, you red and white wizards. Over Blade!